Do not be friends with people who do these 8 things. A Stoic perspective on friendships. I once read a quote from Epictetus that struck a chord. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. I remember sitting in my favorite coffee shop one evening, watching the rain lightly tap on the window pane. Between sips of my drink, I found myself lost in a whirl of thoughts about my circle of friends. We all have those moments, don't we? When we sit back and reflect on the people we've let into our lives, and wonder if they truly have our best interests at heart. It was in one of these introspective moments that I stumbled upon the teachings of Stoicism. The Stoics, with their profound wisdom from centuries ago, offered clarity like a lighthouse on a foggy night. They believed that friendships weren't just about shared laughs and memories, but about shared growth, mutual respect, and unwavering support. With that newfound perspective, I began to see patterns, behaviors, and signs that I'd previously ignored. There were lessons from Stoic teachings that directly spoke to the heart of these relationships, and today I want to share them with you. I want to share 8 red flags to watch out for in friendships. Before doing that, I ask you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell of notifications to keep you updated. We will be posting new videos that will make you go from a good life to an extraordinary life. Red flags for friendships. 1. They diminish your feelings. In a world where so many are quick to speak and slow to listen, having your feelings diminished or invalidated can be deeply hurtful. Seneca once highlighted the importance of kindness towards every human being. True friends won't just nod and move on. They'll seek to understand, to empathize, and to stand with you in your moments of vulnerability. It's not merely about agreeing or pacifying, but about valuing and honoring your emotions and experiences. 2. Constant negativity. It's said that we become the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Marcus Aurelius's insights on happiness being intertwined with the quality of our thoughts ring especially true here. A perpetually negative friend not only disrupts their own peace, but can inadvertently cloud your mindset over time. Such negativity doesn't just extend to words, but actions, attitudes, and outlooks. 3. They are unreliable. Trust is built with consistency. Epictetus emphasized the profound bond between words and actions. A friend who repeatedly proves unreliable is essentially eroding that trust, bit by bit. This isn't just about major letdowns, but also the smaller promises, the everyday commitments. Their unreliability speaks of a deeper misalignment of values. 4. Gossip is their language. Stoicism, at its core, champions straightforwardness and integrity. Engaging in gossip is the antithesis of these values. If a friend eagerly shares others' secrets with you, one must wonder what they share about you when you're not around. Trust, once broken, is hard to mend, and a friendship built on gossip lacks a foundation of genuine trust. 5. They disregard your boundaries. Stoicism teaches respect, not just for others, but for oneself. Establishing boundaries is a form of self-respect, and a friend who continuously dismisses or tramples over those boundaries lacks respect for you. Whether it's time, personal space, or emotional boundaries, every individual's limits deserve respect. 6. They compete, not celebrate. True friendships are about mutual growth. Stoics believe in celebrating victories, be they big or small. A friend who sees your achievements as a challenge to them, rather than a collective win, is viewing the relationship through a lens of competition. This not only strains the bond, but also impedes individual growth. 7. They offer criticism, not constructive feedback. Stoics value wisdom and growth. A genuine friend will offer insights and feedback to help you grow. However, there's a profound difference between feedback given with love and pure criticism. The latter seeks to pull down, while the former aims to elevate. 8. They're absent in tough times. Adversity often reveals character. Marcus Aurelius opined that within chaos lie opportunities. Those who stand steadfastly by your side, helping you discern these opportunities, are the ones who truly value the friendship. In contrast, those who disappear at the first sign of trouble might not be the allies you thought they were. Navigating the waters of friendships isn't always straightforward. And while the Stoics provide guidance, it's essential to remember that every individual and relationship is unique. It's about finding balance, understanding, and constantly striving for growth and mutual respect. But in life, sometimes the universe conspires in mysterious ways, placing pivotal people on our path at the exact moments we need them most. These aren't just regular individuals. They're catalysts, changing the trajectory of our lives with the wisdom they impart. For me, those catalysts were steeped in the teachings of Stoicism. Here's how being friends with 3 Stoic souls transformed my life, showing me not just how to live, but how to thrive. Ever since I can remember, life felt like a turbulent sea. There were days where the waves of doubt, insecurity, and fear threatened to drown me. But 3 individuals, Luke, Clara, and Ravi, transformed my journey from one of turbulence to tranquility. Their shared secret? Stoicism. Luke was the first Stoic I met during a particularly harsh winter of my life. I was laid off, struggling financially, and my self-worth was at an all-time low. We often found ourselves at the same coffee shop. One day, noticing my gloomy demeanor, he shared a quote from Seneca: "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Instead of offering generic consolations, Luke inspired me to see challenges as opportunities for growth. He became my mentor, emphasizing that our reactions, not external events, shape our reality. Clara came into my life when a close relationship ended. Heartbroken and lost, I was skeptical of ever trusting again. She introduced me to the writings of Marcus Aurelius, and one passage resonated deeply. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Clara taught me the importance of self-reflection and maintaining inner harmony. She'd often remind me that every ending marks a new beginning and that it's our perceptions that paint our experiences. Lastly, there's Ravi, a colleague turned dear friend. His infectious optimism was a stark contrast to my occasional cynicism. When I'd feel overwhelmed by the hustle of life, he'd often recount Epictetus's wisdom. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Ravi exemplified the Stoic practice of focusing on what's within our control. He showed me that while we can't control life's tempests, we can adjust our sails. Having these 3 Stoic friends was like having a lighthouse in my life. Their wisdom illuminated my darkest nights and guided me towards shores of serenity and understanding. They didn't just offer sympathy, they provided perspective. Their teachings weren't mere words, but ways of life, and their influence transcended beyond our interactions. Because of Luke, I ventured into a career I'd never considered and found a passion I didn't know existed. Clara's insights enabled me to rebuild my faith in love and relationships, teaching me the importance of self-love. And Ravi. He became a constant pillar of support, always reminding me of my strength and resilience. But my life wasn't always like that. When I was fresh out of university, filled with hope and dreams, I found myself sharing an apartment with 2 of the most enigmatic individuals I'd ever met, Jake and Lena. At first glance, they seemed full of life and adventure. But as the days turned to weeks, I began to see the cracks in their facades, cracks that would soon spread into the fabric of my life. Jake was a master storyteller, but instead of tales of heroics or love, he spun webs of blame, constantly positioning himself as the victim of every narrative. Every failed job interview was because of a biased interviewer. Every lost friendship was due to jealous friends. He never owned his mistakes. Instead, he reveled in pointing fingers at everyone but himself. Spending countless evenings listening to his tales, I found myself starting to echo his sentiments in my own life. Missed opportunities weren't due to my lack of preparation, but rather a rigged system. Instead of seeking growth, I began seeking culprits. Lena, on the other hand, was a vortex of negativity. Rain wasn't a call for a cozy, book-filled afternoon. It was a gloomy reminder of how miserable life was. Every silver lining had a cloud. Conversations with her were draining, leaving a lingering sense of melancholy. Her persistent pessimism began to cloud my own judgments. I lost the ability to find joy in the little things, constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, for disaster to strike, even on the brightest days. These relationships, instead of enriching my life, began eroding my self-esteem and joy. I started losing friends, unable to connect with the positive, forward-thinking individuals I once resonated with. My work suffered, dreams faded, and hope became a distant memory. Every day felt like wading through a quagmire, with Jake's blame games and Lena's relentless negativity pulling me deeper. 2 years went by in this haze, until a visit home. Seeing my sunken eyes and hearing my defeated tone, my younger sister, all of 16, asked, "Why do you sound like life has already defeated you?" That innocent question was the jolt I needed. It made me reflect on the toxic cycle I was trapped in, and how I'd allowed two individuals to have such a stronghold over my mental well-being. The path to recovery wasn't easy. It involved distancing myself from Jake and Lena, seeking therapy, and reconnecting with my passions. Those 2 years serve as a stark reminder of the impact the company we keep can have on our lives. While I wish Jake and Lena well, I've learned the hard way the importance of surrounding oneself with positivity and nurturing relationships that uplift, not drag down. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Never, ever forget that. In today's world, where every ping from our phone diverts our attention, and where surface-level chatter often overshadows meaningful conversations, the quest to find a Stoic friend can feel daunting. It's as if we're seeking a lighthouse amidst a foggy coastline, craving for someone who understands the depth of life beyond the chaos of our screens. Yet, as challenging as it may seem, the modern era isn't devoid of individuals who have imbibed the wisdom of the Stoics. These individuals aren't just historical figures confined to the dusty pages of ancient texts, but they're real people, navigating the same metropolitan labyrinths, bustling cafes, and digital arenas as you do. They're the ones pausing for a moment to breathe in a hectic subway, choosing to listen actively instead of waiting for their turn to speak, and seeking quality over quantity in their relationships. But how does one find these Stoic souls in the vast expanse of our interconnected yet often shallow world? Reading groups. Delve into the world of literature by joining or starting a reading group centered around Stoic philosophy or broader philosophical themes. This isn't just about the books, but the profound discussions that follow. Through analyzing the teachings of Marcus Aurelius or Seneca, you'll likely connect with individuals who don't just read, but internalize these life lessons. Workshops and seminars. The modern world constantly buzzes with events. Workshops and seminars focusing on Stoicism or personal growth offer not just learning, but a unique mingling opportunity. When you share a transformative experience with someone, be it understanding the Stoic response to hardship or learning a new meditation technique, it lays the foundation for a bond. Online communities. In today's digital age, distance isn't a barrier. There are numerous Stoicism-focused forums and discussion groups. Engaging in these platforms isn't just about commenting, but sharing personal stories, challenges, and epiphanies. Over time, casual online interactions can develop into genuine friendships, transcending digital boundaries. Local meetups. Local community meetups, be it via platforms like meetup.com or community bulletin boards, often center around shared interests. Joining a group dedicated to philosophical discussions provides the dual benefit of engaging in deep conversations and interacting with potential Stoic-minded friends in a relaxed environment. Volunteer. Acts of selflessness often lead us to the most self-aware individuals. Volunteering for causes close to your heart, or even those that resonate with Stoic teachings, often brings you in touch with individuals who believe in action over words and introspection over outward validation. Attend retreats. Retreats are about immersion, whether it's a weekend away in nature discussing Stoic principles or a week-long meditation retreat. These experiences are intimate, sharing such profound moments with others. The silences, the breakthroughs, the introspection often births bonds that last a lifetime. Engage in mindfulness practices. Yoga studios or meditation groups are more than physical spaces. They are communities. Regularly attending sessions doesn't just enrich the soul, but provides consistent interaction with fellow attendees. Over shared green teas post-session or group meditations, you might just find your Stoic soulmate. Visit libraries or bookstores. It might seem old-fashioned, but libraries and bookstores are havens for thinkers. Attend author events, especially those centered around philosophy or personal growth. Striking a conversation about a recently read book or asking for recommendations can be the start of a beautiful, Stoic friendship. Initiate deeper conversations. Casual conversations often stay on the surface. But when you dare to dive deep, asking profound questions or sharing personal reflections, you make room for others to do the same. This vulnerability and depth can lead to connections that are Stoic in essence, real, raw, and meaningful. Be authentic. Embodying Stoic values in your everyday life is a magnet for similar energies. When you practice virtues like patience, authenticity, and introspection, you'll draw in individuals who resonate with these values. Over coffee chats, morning walks, or even casual meetups, your genuine nature will become a beacon for potential Stoic friends. Moreover, to attract Stoic companionship, strive to embody Stoic principles in your life. As you begin to practice mindfulness, resilience, and genuine empathy, you'll become a beacon for others on the same journey. It's like tuning your frequency to match those who resonate with your values. The emotional fulfillment that stems from connecting with a Stoic friend in our modern world is immeasurable. It's the joy of shared silent moments, understanding glances, and conversations that stretch into the wee hours, nourishing the soul. It's the realization that even in a world that often feels fragmented, there are bonds waiting to be forged, bonds built on mutual respect, depth, and a shared journey towards understanding life's deeper purpose. Remember, amidst the noise, there's a symphony of depth awaiting those willing to listen closely. In the midst of this ever-evolving, fast-paced world, it's easy to feel lost, to be swept away by the torrent of desires, disappointments, and distractions. But within each of us lies the power to reclaim our serenity, our purpose. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a compass that directs us to our true north. It teaches us to value the intangible over the material, the eternal over the fleeting. And in a society that often equates worth with wealth and status with stature, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. It reminds us that our true essence isn't defined by external accolades, but by our inner virtues. So as we stand at the crossroads of life's myriad choices, let's take a moment to reflect, to channel the wisdom of the ancient Stoics, and to embrace the profound power within that can truly transform our lives. Because in this journey of existence, Stoicism isn't just a guiding light, it's the beacon that can lead us home. See you in the next videos.